Morning, guys.
Hello.
How's it going? So today we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously this isn't different, we're always having fires, but we're going to give you a little tour of the property, just show you all the different things that we have. And we are following a miss. I don't want to jinx it. And there's my camera, so this better have worked. There are 33 videos on here. One of them obviously is me. Okay, fingers crossed, guys. Well, out of 33 clips, this is all I got, 1.2 seconds. Just to show you kind of an overview of what we have, and then we're going to ask you to do something for us. We're going to ask you to tell us from the list that we make what you think we should work on next, because we're torn, right?
Torn, but just busy.
Busy and torn, and we have to prioritize, I guess. We're having a hard time figuring out what's more important. So we're just going to sit here and enjoy this for a little while. Hope the snow stops. I mean, it's beautiful. I love this, obviously. So again, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share if you would. That would be awesome. And help us out a little bit and tell us what you think we should work on next. List is coming soon. Okay, see you soon, guys.
Thank you. Everybody.
Good morning, guys.
We got a few things we want to discuss and do. We want to get some suggestions on things we should do in this cabin. We got a lot of work to do, and we'd just like a lot of input, please.
Yeah, not only just in the cabin, but like all around the property. We have so much that we have to do. So what we're going to do is two of us are going to brainstorm, and we're going to sort of engage you guys here and see what you have to say about it.
What we're going to do is take you around and show you stuff too.
Yeah, we'll show you around a bit.
Like there's some unfinished stuff, and again, we're open to all suggestions.
Carry on. Number one.
So number one, we got to do rain catchments.
We do want to do a rain catchment of some sort eventually, but we need to put some gutters on this.
It does not have heave troughs yet, and run those into barrels, I guess, catchment barrels.
This is a pretty big one, I think, that maybe might come next. We'll see. New Bunkie. So Josh right now is staying in our guest house when he visits. We need a bunkie for him so that the guest house is actually a guest house. Over here we have what we call the guest house. For now, Josh has been staying in here. This was actually the first building that we put up.
We do have a loft upstairs, a very big loft. We're going to divide it in two, and the youngest stays up there for now. Until she's old enough, she will get her own bunkie.
Yeah, another big one. And our sawmill shelter. It is temporary. Sawmill's on a trailer for now, temporarily. It's been very useful like that because we've been able to move it. And again, this shelter, temporary, we did that so that we could keep it in good condition for the winter.
Sawmill base and shelter. We have to build it. We have lots of rock up here.
Another big important one, outhouses. So I think we at least need another 2 outhouses. And the outhouse, we have a second outhouse. This is the winter. We had to get this done because in the winter time we can't use the flush toilet that's over there.
If anybody has suggestions on, I don't even know what they're called, so bear with me. They're the toilets that have a burner in them, whatever it is, compostable toilet. We'd like to know more about them.
Yeah, I did a bit of research on those incinerating toilets. They are slick, but they are expensive. Tell us what you guys think. Like, what are you using? Something economical that also works well. I don't want to go cheap because you know what cheap does.
So the next thing we want to talk about is building a deck. We wouldn't mind putting pretty much a wraparound deck on this and go from there.
What do you think about a deck here and a sliding door? We've talked about a lot of things, and this is what this brainstorming exercise is about. We want to put a sliding door going from the bedroom, which we'll show you here. There's a nice big window there, but it'd be nice to have an exit there as well.
Sliding door, yeah.
Yeah, sliding door there. Onto the deck with the extension of our current porch. Maybe insulate that so we don't have, I don't know, there's, like I said, so many ideas we've got going on here.
If you've seen in our videos way back, we had to redo the floor in this cabin because when it was built it rained. Rain went through the plywood cracks onto the vapor barrier. Thank God did not do any damage to the insulation.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So we took, in the living room and kitchen, we vacuumed it 45 gallons of water.
There was some issues with the floor in there. Again, another video you can check out.
Took care of that. We did everything we could. We just have the bedroom to do now. It's not near as bad, but because the loft is over top, and I guess when it rained, it just ran off.
Yeah.
But that's another job we have to do, and put flooring in here. Any suggestions for flooring? Anywhere from hardwood to that click flooring to linoleum. We're all interested in
vinyl, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
vinyl.
know. We don't know what to put in here. There was vinyl in here. This probably isn't a major one, but really something we want to do. So the guest house right now is 12 by 8, and we built that when we first moved here. Like, I'd say the second week we were here because we needed space for all these big people. So, but
it's a very well insulated bunkie. It's airtight. It's
beautiful.
We built it like a chicken coop, pretty much, whatever that's called. Just the slant roof. Very simple. Works well. Yeah. We wouldn't mind just doing that on the opposite side and making it double the size.
On this thing would be awesome. Twice the size. The other thing, oh yeah, so we did have a bunk in Ben's Bunkie. Had to take it down because we started putting the walls up, but there's a lot of improvements we need to work on in Ben's Bunkie before we can do that. Seal it up a little bit better.
Yep.
Yeah, so
it was all built from every stitch of wood from our bush, so it's just everything's as true as it should be. So we're at Ben's Bunkie, which we started 2 years ago now, I guess. No, not quite 2 years ago. Year and a half, almost 2. And just a few things we need to finish up. Ben's Bunkie here. You know, you only get better as you learn from something you did wrong. That's the way I look at it. You know, it's not a failure, it's just we're learning. We gotta finish the base on this one. We gotta finish the wall. We would like to, I don't even know if we're still doing that. We'd like to put a bunk here, but we're not 100% sure
We're likely going to build a bunk up here, yes.
Yeah. And what else?
We're going to seal it all up so no rodents come in anymore.
Yeah. Got a bit of a, rodent problem, but we'll fix it up. It was the first build we did here. So, well, not actually the first build, but the first build we did with rough cut lumber. And this building is 100% rough cut lumber. There's no plywood, nothing. So, yeah, just some stuff we got to work on. That's all. This is a big one. And we have just the guy to work with us on this. The solar array, definitely want to do that, work on it this summer. And my son Justin is now going through his apprentice to become an electrician. So he is really excited about learning as well and working on that with us. And I think he's just the guy to do that with us.
And anybody who could shoot off wattage and stuff like that to us, a basic system.
Yeah, we don't need a lot.
I'm figuring everything we have, and you'll never run it all at once anyway, is everything we have is like 4,000 to 4,500 watts. But you'll never use all that anyway.
Yeah.
Any suggestions for that, please? Gotta build a shop. That's pretty important. Not a huge shop, and I do a lot of welding. I'm a heavy truck mechanic by trade, and I'd have to put a good sized generator on that, but that's not a big deal right now.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually, but that, again, something we have to do. Eventually we have to do. Anyway, there's a big pile of brush back there we gotta get rid of. And I think in this area is possibly where he wants to put his shop. This is kind of big to me. Jason and I have conflict over this sometimes, but the trails around here get really muddy. And the more you drive over it with tractors and ATVs and pulling stuff and putting extra weight on it, I think you guys know the ruts just get bigger and bigger. So that's something we need to improve. Maybe with either more stones or bridges, or I don't know, any suggestions. I think if you've been watching a while, you would definitely have seen the mud issues we have. Big Ben's Bridge.
This doesn't look like much here, but it fills up with a lot of water when all this snow melts. So we're going to put a bunch of logs across and maybe run some sideways on it, some old cut-offs or anything we have from the sawmill.
Yeah.
And make this so we can go across it easier.
Yep.
Right now we got 3 pieces on there. We just got to finish it up.
We have a spot out back. It's our favorite spot. It's Pontiac Place, we call it, because there's an old Pontiac car that was left there from many, many years ago. And nice opening. We want to build, I guess, a gazebo, a good size one, and we want to screen it in. Any ideas for screens? Any ideas for the old gazebo would be great.
Yeah, keep the bugs out, and then we can hang out there, and yeah.
Somewhere on a nice day, if it's raining and be in there, it's maybe even in the winter time. It does not have to be insulated. We can put a wood stove in the center of it and hang out.
Yeah. What we want to do is build a little cabana, covered and screened in for the bugs. We call it Pontiac Place because we got an old Pontiac Laurentian in here.
Through the day, we're just going to take you a walk around and show you stuff we just discussed, and that'll give you guys a better idea of what we're doing.
So yeah, absolutely. If you can have ideas, just jot them down in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys like this content, please help us out. Subscribe, like, if you can, share. That would be great.
If I get more likes, I'll dance.
He might dance. All right, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, so this was the beginning of another project we want to start on. Jason's going to explain.
We want to build a little 8x10 cabin, pretty much like a chicken coop style roof, just very simple. I don't even know if we're going to insulate this, but we're going to seal it up so the rodents don't come in. And we're going to build it actually where that fire pit was. That's where the cabin's going to go.
So, another thing on our list, improve this bridge. Jason's got some ideas, but
pretty
you'll have
much
to
go.
wait. What?
Pretty much go from up here and across. It's going to take some big trees and 2 big trees and
so like right across to up higher there, maybe
and pulleys.
instead.
Then we can get ATVs across.
All right. Okay. So another thing, you might have seen that video too. We started trying to demolish this old cabin. That's another project of ours to finish doing that. It's a lot of work. And we want to build another cabin here. And this is right by the river where we just showed you where we got to make bridge improvements. So on to the next spot. Next stop, this is on our way back. This is the lookout into the second bog. It's beautiful down there. We want to clear some of the trees down there just so we can see. Not clear a lot, just enough that we can see, and put a nice little cabin up here too. Just a really pretty spot. We get a lot of wildlife up here. So another thing on our list. Another beauty spot here. Justin's Jive and Jungle. There's a nice open spot up there. Nice clear sky for solar panels. Want a cabin up there. Eventually, someday. We're just coming up the hill close to the old hunt camp that came down. So this thing used to be way up in one of these trees here. Actually, maybe the one that fell. Yeah, it is the one that fell. We're down South Fork Road. And we're almost at Marilyn. We called this tree Marilyn. You can see why shortly. So, yeah, a little curvy old girl. Here we are at Ella's Enchanted. It's a beautiful spot, but the hill sucks. A really pretty spot up here. I'm gonna try and get up here without wiping out. Oh dear. And yeah, see, we've had so much wildlife here. There's almost always a trail camera here because of all the cool things that we see. Fox, moose, deer, everything. Pretty spot. And again, eventually we're gonna put a cabin here of some sort for Ella. That's Ella's sign. Beautiful day for a walk though. It warmed up. So another thing we want to do when we cut trees out in the bush and it's on the other side of the bog that the tractor can't get to easily, we need to find a way to be able to bring these big logs back with an ATV. So what we want to do, you can explain.
Make a sling with either skis or wheels, and it lifts up the back, and the other part of the front of it hooks up to the ATV. We can pull it out of here.
Yeah. Up another little hill, not a bad one. And we are at Moose's Stage. If you watch Letterkenny, you understand where we got that from. So coming up to the bog, again, Jason found a better way across. There's our bog. Yeah. And it's wet. So we had to get creative going across this thing. And right now it's not too bad because it's winter, obviously, or ending winter. But there's still some spots where we go through. And not fun to get your feet wet in the wintertime. This is what I'm talking about. A couple of tricky spots, not too bad right now, but I'm going to try and walk on this grass over here. And down here a little bit further, if you were around last April, just after we started the channel, you would remember Jason and Ella found, or Aaron and Ella found a dead moose, and it was right around just down in this area here. I love this big pine here. See Ben's Bunkie there and all our lean-tos here.
Let's see if the Mahindra starts after 3 weeks of sitting.
Good, it started. Hopefully the last time we have to do this season. Fingers crossed. In a couple of weeks, it's going to be our 3-year anniversary of being here. And yeah, we've got a lot accomplished in that 3 years. So this is just one of the trails from Ben's Bunkie that takes us back to our main cabin. We have a bunch of other side trails, lots of them actually. And we just keep building more and clearing more trails and more trails. Oh. So, something fun we like to do, just keeps things interesting. Here we're kind of at the head of the, oh no, that thing came off. Oh no.
I lost a pin.
Oh, there's the problem. I thought it broke. So, the pin came out. I'm sure we'll find it sometime after the snow melts.
Yeah.
Or, oh, where'd you get that one?
Well, Peter to pay Paul.
Oh, that Peter Cape Hall. We do that often. But we'll find it. I just hope one of our ATV tires don't find it. So anyway, this is our main trail. This is our main trail. Fox Trail goes that way. It's more of a walking trail. We have Butrangelo Way that goes that way, and then that's Manette Speedway. And we have a nice pile of wood here that is actually quite dry now. We've been burning that. It was supposed to be for next year, but kind of ran out of wood. So, and that, my friends, is the only cedar on our entire property. Yeah, believe it or not, the only one, and it's no good. It's pretty much dead. It's got some life left in it, but I mean, it's all split in the middle. Can't even really do anything with it. Kind of disappointed. We were hoping to find some cedar on the property so that we could make some cedar shingles for the bunkies, but no such luck. Obviously the main cabin. We did not build this cabin. We bought it as is in 2021. It was built in 2019. Beautiful cabin. This we did not build either. This is the old outhouse / shed. And we have a flush toilet in it. Well, obviously we don't use it in the winter. In the summertime there's a flush toilet. And it is going into a big container which we will have pumped out. So it's not going into the ground. This shed here we did not build. We found a marketplace. It was a fairly good deal. It was temporarily set up as our shower house. And you can see that video too, believe it or not. Again, one of the things we want to do is put the shower house a little bit closer to the cabin. And last but not least, the A-frames. So we have 2 A-frames. And this one is Aaron's. He built this one pretty much on his own. A little bit of help from us. Right in here, we're going to put another one for Josh or Ella. I'm not sure what's happening exactly yet. We haven't decided. And then right back in there, make a little trail and put another outhouse back there. So that's another thing we need to do. I don't even know where to begin. Scared the crap out of me. I filming.
Your eyes?
Where did you come from?
I took Brainstorming.
Scared the Christ out of me. Okay, wait. Sorry, we lied. There are bears. Good job.
What I do.
So we're gonna try and haul this tree that we cut yesterday with the Suzuki, the Frankenstein ATV. Get out of town. Oh, maybe it won't work.
It'll work when you pull me.
So we couldn't do it with one ATV, and as you just saw, we did it, this big massive log with 2 ATVs. Frankenstein and the old Arctic Cat. And this is how Jason rigged it up. We didn't have a good strap, so he had some chains and a strap, and we did it. Now he's trying to scout out a way for us to get back to the camp. But yeah, I think this will work. This will work for dragging back logs from the other side. We still want to make a little sling thing for the ATVs though. Oh, that was a rush. I was a little worried. It's not something I've ever done before, so awesome teamwork. So we hit the trails with the ATVs, and then we hit a roadblock. Big tree. So we're gonna walk it. See what we can find. I love these days we can explore a little bit. I mean, could be working, but that's no fun. Oh, I guess this is somebody's hunt camp. Just kind of beat up. It's not fabulous, but out in the middle of nowhere, that's where you want to be, I suppose. Look at this tree. Look at this tree. That's neat.